Hi everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a new Back to Cake Basics episode for you guys, and I will be sharing with you my favorite chocolate cream cheese frosting recipe. This incredible frosting is rich, chocolatey, smooth and creamy, and it's perfect for frosting cakes, cupcakes and pastries. Plus, it's super easy to make. We're going to use a combination of butter, cream cheese, melted dark chocolate and dark cocoa powder, and the combination of the melted chocolate and the cocoa powder is what makes this frosting so rich and chocolatey. You guys are going to love it for all of your desserts. For the full list of ingredients and the written instructions for this recipe, make sure to head on down that video description box and follow that link over to my website. I'm going to have everything online, including this recipe with metric measurements. And I'll be using this frosting to make my dark chocolate cake. It's going to be coming out next week, so stay tuned for that recipe. Meanwhile, let's get started on this frosting. Let's start off by talking about the butter and the cream cheese. Today we'll need 2 cups of unsalted softened butter and 16 ounces or 2 packages of softened cream cheese. I took these out about 45 minutes ago, let them soften at room temperature, and both the butter and the cream cheese should just be barely softened but still have a firm core. This will ensure that you get a really light and fluffy frosting. I'll be using a flat beater attachment on my stand mixer today. You can also use a hand mixer for this recipe. It'll just take a little bit longer to make. I'll drop all the butter into the mixing bowl first, and I'll beat the butter all by itself for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's light and fluffy. And make sure to stop and scrape down your mixing bowl to ensure all that butter gets nicely beaten. I'm ready to add my cream cheese to the butter. Drop that into the mixing bowl, and then we'll beat together the butter and the cream cheese for about 3 to 4 minutes until the cream cheese is really nice and smooth. You want to make sure you scrape down the sides of that mixing bowl periodically so you get everything mixed together. To help intensify the chocolate flavor, I'm going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of instant coffee combined with a tablespoon of boiling water, and this will help dissolve the coffee. And then let this cool down so that you're not adding boiling liquids into the frosting. We'll add the cooled coffee liquid into the frosting, along with 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of well-chilled heavy cream. This is going to make the frosting lighter and fluffier. And we'll blend this all together for about 30 seconds. And now we're ready for our chocolate. I'll be using 1 cup of extra dark melted chocolate chips. I just melted the chocolate in the microwave and then I let it cool down. You don't want to add extra hot chocolate into the frosting, otherwise it's going to melt the butter and you're going to end up with a really soft cream cheese frosting. And if that does happen, just place the entire mixing bowl into the refrigerator for about an hour and let it cool, and then you can come back and remix it. I'm going to include the exact brand that I'm using up on my website as well. And we'll need half a cup of extra dark cocoa powder. This is going to really help intensify that chocolate flavor, and I love using this combination of the chocolate and the cocoa powder. It just makes for a really intense and chocolatey frosting. I'll add in our cocoa powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt, and pour in the melted, cooled chocolate. Give this a quick mix. And we're ready to add in our confectioner sugar. Today I'm going to be using 4 cups of this powdered sugar. Drop that into the mixing bowl. We'll add in all our confectioner sugar, and then I'll start this out on a slow speed so that powdered sugar doesn't go flying everywhere. And then once it's incorporated, we'll turn it up to a medium-high speed, beat for about 3 to 4 minutes until the frosting is really light and fluffy. And if your frosting seems way too soft, it's kind of melting, go ahead and place it into the refrigerator anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Allow that butter and the cream cheese to firm back up again, and then mix it again, and you're going to end up with that nice fluffy texture that you're looking for. After a few minutes, I like to stop my mixer and scrape down the entire mixing bowl, especially from the bottom of the bowl where some of that butter can get left out of the mix. Get this all combined and we'll be ready to go. Check this out. Isn't this frosting something else? It is so light and fluffy and creamy, and it holds its shape really well, which is going to make it perfect for frosting cakes, cupcakes, pastries, macarons, you name it. This is going to be just the perfect addition to your desserts. I am also really looking forward to using it for my dark chocolate cake. Oh, I just love it. And it also has like this really good chocolate aroma, like you just want to eat it by the spoonful. I wanted to show you guys how well this frosting pipes. So I'm going to transfer some into a pastry bag, and I am using a Teco tip number 847. I also baked some simple vanilla cupcakes yesterday. Let those cool down. And that's it for my chocolate cream cheese frosting recipe. This turned out incredible. It is such a dreamy, creamy, and chocolatey frosting. I hope you guys enjoy it for your next dessert creation. For the full list of ingredients and the written instructions, make sure to head on down into that video description box and follow the link over to my website. You're going to find all the information online, including this recipe with metric measurements. And stay tuned for my dark chocolate cake recipe that's coming out next week. And I wasn't lying when I said I want to eat this by the spoonful. This frosting just looks so incredible. It's so light and fluffy and creamy. The flavor is to die for. It is so rich and chocolatey. I love the balanced flavors here. You get the creaminess from the butter and the cream cheese. I love adding a little bit of salt to the recipe because it helps balance out the sweetness, and it really brings forward that chocolate flavor, along with adding that coffee in there, which also helps intensify the chocolate flavor. This is just beyond amazing. I can't wait to enjoy this with my chocolate cake. Thank you so much for watching this new episode from my Back to Cake Basics series. In this series, I share all my basic cake, frosting, and filling ingredients that you'll see me use throughout some of my other video recipes. If you want to learn more about this series, make sure to head over to my channel. I have a separate playlist, and I also have a whole section of these recipes up on my website. I appreciate you guys for all your support, and thank you always for watching. I'll see you next time with a new recipe.